Hello there, Leo Man and Mountain back again, but this time in the Peak District. And we are at Stanage Edge, and as you can probably tell, it's a big backpack day, so it's a wild camp. So I'm back here, probably roughly a year after I did my walk to review video. And today I'm going to get up here and see if there's any good spots to camp on. So I'm here probably roughly an hour and a half before sunset, so I've got plenty of time to find somewhere and have a bit of an explore. So join me for a wild camp. So if you watched my last video, wild camping video that is, when I was at Gummer's House, you'll know that I mentioned that my stove was getting to the end of its life and that I had to replace it. There was absolutely no way around it, so I did. I got the Jetboil, the Flash 2.0 to be exact, and I didn't stop there. No, see, I bought the skillet as well, and the mount for the skillet. So the missus don't know that, but it's none of her business anyway. Do what I want with my money. So we're gonna cook with that tonight. So I'll be having a steak with mushrooms and asparagus. So yeah, we'll get up there later on tonight when we're you know, feeling a bit peckish. We'll get it seasoned up and on that skillet. But I mean, this place is just absolutely stunning, unbelievable. The views here are just incredible, and the colours, the time of the year. We're well into November and it's still mild. We're not yet getting any real cold temperatures. I think this week there was one day where I got to work and I had to switch the fire on just to warm me up a little bit. But apart from that, no, we're still really mild, unusually so. So hopefully it doesn't snap badly and we get some terrible winter conditions. But it's feeling pretty good right now. So enough of me waffling. Let's get up to the top and find somewhere where we can pitch a tent. Lovely. Well, I've been walking down to the southern end of Stanage Edge, but I think I'm going to run out of daylight if I carry on up there. So I'm going to head back and find somewhere that's off this main path. I mean, I found this spot here, looks great, but it is very close to the path, so we don't really want to do that. So we're going to head back now, and we're going to find somewhere else to set up the tent. Right, so where we are here is rather close to the path, but we're not on the main path. We're just north of the main path, which goes down probably about a few hundred meters back there. It goes down and in front of me. So I'm on top of the edge right now, and I reckon this little patch here is good. I don't think we'll get much foot traffic now, especially what time we're on, and also in the morning I'll be up crack of dawn. So I think I'm going to take this space. So let's get the tent up. Right, so I'm all set up, tent is pegged down, and I'm ready to put all my crap inside. And just in time really, the fog, the clag starting to roll in. So yeah, let's get in the tent and unpack everything. Right, so I'm set up now, got the bed blown up and the sleeping bags out. So what have we got on the menu then tonight? Well, on my way to here, I stopped off at Tesco's and I got myself a nice British Fillet Steak. Lovely. And I pre-cut my mushrooms and my asparagus is in there as well. So, what have I bought? Well, let me show you. Somewhere in here in this bag there is some very nice new toys. And yeah, the Jetboil Skillet. Comes in a nice little bag, and there you go. Simple as that. You say, oh, it's just a frying pan. Well, no, it's not just a frying pan, let me tell you. This isn't just any frying pan. This is a Jetboil Skillet frying pan. Now this is designed to be used with a stove and with the specifically their own stoves. It works even more efficiently. Now this is the new Jetboil I have. It's the Flash 2.0, so it's 1 litre capacity. I won't be having 1 litre of coffee. That might be a bit too much. So under there you got your, that sits on top of the stove. All the stove things are inside here, so I shall grab them. That's what sits on top of the stove for the pan. And we've got a nice little stand there for the gas canister. And then last but not least, the stove itself. Looks pretty, it's pretty big, it's bulky, I'll be honest with you. But fortunately everything does fit inside, but it's just quite substantially larger. But like I say, I wanted to try one out, so here we are, trying one out. So there you go. That's what it stands up like. Very small actually, quite good. The pot stand just goes in there. Well, it doesn't actually just go in there. There's little cutouts on the side in there, little eyelets that you just make sure you get it level with the actual pot, the pan stand. And there you go, there's a pan stand. So you can put other stuff on top of there, not just the pan. Although it's a bit large for any sort of pot to boil water in. So it probably just is a pot stand, to be fair. Like I say, I have one of these, but it's always nice to get a new one. I have a spare one. So I'll try this. It should actually fit absolutely perfectly with the Jetboil can of gas. Look at that. Absolutely does. So yeah, later on we'll get the steak out, we'll season it, because you can't just chuck a steak on the frying pan. That's a bit naughty. Gordon Ramsay wouldn't be happy. So what I forgot to do that with, simple, you don't need anything special for a steak. You literally need salt and pepper. But I've got Himalayan salt because I find that gives it a really nice flavour, opens up the meat nicely, and obviously the steak gives you a bit more added flavour. But I got a fillet because I like a good fillet, me. So yeah, right. I might boil some water actually. So, like I say, got these little notches here, and they'll just literally line up with the bottom of there. That'll sit in there, and you twist it on, and then that should be ready to go. So let's see. Oh yeah, So let's see how well this boils. It's quiet, so it's very quiet compared to my Windmaster. Like I say, the only thing is I'm now carrying 2 mugs, if you will. That's practically a mug, really, isn't it? But I do like this thing. This really is a great piece of kit. So I'll have a coffee. Another thing about this is once it's got hot and it's boiling, this I think changes colour. So watch this space. Wow, it genuinely has done it. That's crazy. Right, so I think that's the water boiled now. So now we can just undo that from there, and we can probably turn that lid. Probably not the safest place to put that lid. So yeah, just gonna pour it in there. Just like that. Amazing. So yeah, does work. Right, so we have a nice piece of steak. Salt and pepper. I didn't get them from home. I bought some new ones because I thought I might as well keep them in the camper van. So just buying for that. So what we're going to do now, we're going to obviously season the steak. Beautiful. Get a bit of pepper on that. Nice. So now the steak's seasoned perfectly. We're gonna let it sit for 10 minutes and then we'll get it on the skillet. So yeah, I'll set that up now. So we've got the pan holder on there, and then obviously you just put the skillet on just like that. That's all you do. Really simple. And what I'm gonna do, brought some kitchen roll with me. Just gonna quickly wipe out the pan because obviously there'll be a bit of crap in there. Wipe the pan out a little bit, and yeah. So that's going to be ready. Now we are going to need to. It is a non-stick pan, but we're still going to need a bit of oil. So I just brought some of these spray, this olive oil spray here, which I'm going to spray on there, and then obviously I have also got my my veg there that I'm having. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to chuck the veg in now. Chuck in these mushrooms. Oh yeah, plenty of mushrooms there. Ready for this, guys. Whoa. Oh yeah. Oh. Now the key to cooking steak is to only flip it one time. So you make sure you're definitely cooked on the other side, and then you flip it and then leave it on for a similar amount of time, maybe a little bit less. And I like my steak medium rare. So obviously this isn't going to be on there for a major amount of time, but it is going to be on there a bit longer than what a sirloin or ribeye would be, because it's a nice thick chunky fillet, this one. So yeah, but it seems to be cooking. I'm getting all the right noises from it. So yeah, I just want to eat it now. That's the only thing. Right, I think we're near enough ready to plate up, so let's knock her off. So I brought some of the cutlery and a plate out of my van because I don't have any camping sort of stuff like this, so I just chucked it in. I thought it's easy enough to do that. Right, so let's move this out of the way. It took quite a long time, this. I mean, I think maybe it's because it's a very thick piece of meat. So it probably took quite a bit longer than I wanted it to, really.
but nevertheless, oh, look at that. Got some of that juice in there as well. Oh, beautiful. And that asparagus. Oh, look at that. Yeah, lovely. So here we go. A proper meal. A meal in a tent. So let's have a cut into it, shall we? I should really get a table. I think it's on my Christmas list. One of them tables that you can buy. But that's lovely. Yeah, nice medium. Fillet's lovely. Absolutely love a fillet, me. Let's have some of these mushrooms. Well, enough of me stuffing my face. I'll see you after I've eaten it. Just look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Oh yeah. So, finished me absolutely delicious tea. As you can see, I've got a bit of a mess on my hands now. So I thought about this and I thought, kitchen roll. Gonna wipe it down, nice and clean-ish. You know, so when I get back to the van I can give it a proper wash. And I've got a little bin bag as well that I can put all this stuff in, so. But I have to say I am quite impressed. I have enjoyed cooking in this. And you know what, it's a bit different, isn't it? So yeah, just wipe it down, rough wipe down, nothing spectacular. Just enough so it doesn't get grease all over everything. Same with my plate and my cutlery and everything. But I'm actually completely sold now on this this cook system. My only issue is I can see in the colder months of the year it's not going to be quite as straightforward as what it would be in obviously summer, because right now we've just obviously cooked that. It's took longer than really I would want it to, and probably used quite a bit of gas. So I think I'm just going to have to stick to dehydrated meals for the winter. Obviously that way I'm going to cut down on my gas usage, because it always, as well, it doesn't matter, you can get the 4-season gas, or you know, to your heart's content, you're still really going to struggle to get good use out of it, you know, because as soon as it gets cold, that gas, then it's not very efficient. So like I say, I think I'll just boil some water and that should be absolutely fine. But yeah, great meal. So, cleaned up. I think I'm gonna watch a bit of a podcast and then I'm gonna get my head down for the night. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Right, so good night. To be fair, not too bad. It rained a bit last night, and yeah, it was a bit windy as well, but it was alright. No problems in the tent, and yeah, I think I'm going to pack up now, get my stuff together, and yeah, head back down to the van, have a shower. But I slept all night, so what more could you ask for? A few wild camps ago I was talking that I wanted to find out really what the problem, if there'd be any problems with condensation in this, and I think there's absolutely less condensation problems in this than the Cloud Peak 2. And it's weird that, because you'd think it being less meshy that it'd be a bit more of an issue, but it's not. So it's bone dry inside, so it's not bad at all, that. So right, anyway, enough of me chatting, lying on my side, talking to you. I'm gonna get on with it and pack up.
Right, so hopefully my GoPro don't mess up here, because I had some issues in the tent, so I've not recorded a lot of things. So anyway, here's where I camped last night. Leave no trace as usual, and now it's time for me to get back to the van. So if you enjoyed the video, please like, obviously, comment, and yeah, predictably my GoPro did fail, But it's a good job really, it happened at the end of the video. So, I go on to say, blah blah blah, subscribe, blah blah blah, see you next week. Subscribe if you haven't, please leave a like, and I'll see you guys next week. See you later.